What if everything you believe isn't wrong but isn't fully yours either? What if your strongest convictions were shaped not by truth, but by repetition, by familiarity, by a system designed to echo your thoughts back to you louder every time? Welcome to the echo chamber paradox, a world where agreement feels like proof, where consensus feels like certainty, and where the loudest ideas often sound like facts simply because they're amplified. This is not a story about manipulation. It's a story about perception and how easily truth becomes distorted when reality is filtered through mirrors. The illusion of agreement. Imagine standing in a vast room lined with mirrors. Every direction you turn, you see yourself, your ideas, your beliefs, your values reflected back. At first, it feels affirming, reassuring. Everyone agrees, everyone understands, everyone nods. But slowly, something changes. The reflections begin to speak. Not new ideas, just your own, repeated, echoed, amplified. This is the illusion of agreement. In the modern world, consensus no longer requires evidence. It requires visibility. Algorithms prioritize what feels familiar, not what challenges us. Your feed doesn't show what is most accurate. It shows what you are most likely to engage with. And engagement thrives on confirmation. Over time, disagreement fades not because it disappears, but because it's filtered out. What remains feels like truth, but is often just alignment. Algorithms as unwitting architects. No one sat down and decided to divide reality. The systems that shape our information weren't built to deceive. They were built to optimize. Clicks, watch time, shares. And the fastest way to keep attention is to show people what they already agree with. So the walls form quietly. One recommendation leads to another. One familiar narrative reinforces the next. And before we realize it, we're no longer exploring ideas, we're circling them. The paradox deepens. The more confident we feel, the less likely we are to question. And the less we question, the more confident we become. The comfort of consensus. Agreement feels good. It tells us we're not alone, that we're reasonable, that we're on the right side of understanding. But comfort can be deceptive. Inside an echo chamber, consensus becomes emotional armor. Doubt feels dangerous. Questions feel like betrayal. Dissent isn't debated, it's dismissed. Not because it's wrong, but because it disrupts certainty. This is how beliefs harden, not through malice, but through repetition, without resistance. The walls we build. Echo chambers aren't just digital. They appear in conversations where no one listens. In communities where disagreement is punished, in spaces where nuance is replaced with slogans, the walls grow thicker with every reaffirmation, and eventually, entire realities exist side by side, close enough to touch, yet unable to communicate. People aren't speaking different languages, they're living in different informational worlds. Cracks in the consensus. History reminds us of a sobering truth. There have been moments when almost everyone agreed, and almost everyone was wrong. Ideas once treated as unquestionable facts, later revealed as misunderstandings, oversimplifications, or myths. The danger isn't consensus itself. The danger is unexamined consensus. There is a difference between informed agreement, shaped by evidence and challenge, and manufactured agreement, shaped by repetition and isolation. From the inside, they feel identical. Only one survives scrutiny. The chilling effect. Within echo chambers, something subtle happens. Silence spreads. People stop asking questions not because they don't have them, but because asking feels unsafe. Dissent becomes risky. Curiosity becomes suspicious. The result isn't unity, it's stagnation. Truth doesn't need protection from questions. Only fragile narratives do. Breaking free. The turning point. So how do we escape without losing ourselves? Not by rejecting everything we hear, not by assuming everyone else is wrong, but by changing how we seek information. Truth requires friction. It sharpens through challenge. It deepens through contradiction. Breaking free means actively seeking perspectives that disagree with you, playing devil's advocate against your own assumptions, letting discomfort signal growth, not danger. Cognitive dissonance isn't a threat, it's an invitation. Intellectual humility. No one sees the full picture. Reality is too complex, too layered, too vast. Intellectual humility isn't weakness, it's strength without arrogance. It allows us to say, I might be wrong. I don't know yet. Teach me. These phrases don't shrink understanding, they expand it. Navigating the new reality. We don't need louder voices. We need better listening. We need spaces where disagreement isn't hostility and nuance isn't punished. Thoughtful disagreement strengthens understanding. It reveals blind spots. It refines ideas. In a world of amplified beliefs, independent thinking becomes rare, and rarity creates power. Empowerment and resolution. You are not obligated to accept every echo. You are allowed to pause, to question, to explore beyond your informational walls. The future belongs to those who can think clearly in noisy environments, those who can hold uncertainty without fear, those who value understanding over affirmation, because truth isn't loud, it's resilient. Closing question. Before you accept the next thing you hear, before you nod in agreement, ask yourself, is this truth or just an echo?